So I want to go back now to Kira Phillips, who's on Capitol Hill right now. She's with Representative Lee Zeldin, a Republican and a staunch defender of the president.
He sure is. And matter of fact, the most colorful quote I think I have read recently is that you see this whole process, a charade, a clown show, Adam Schiff's favorite drink rather, to get America drunk on. You don't hold back at all, do you?
Well, I think there might have been a few different statements, but I'll tell you, I've had observations sitting through all of these depositions, sitting for many hours, sometimes every single day, inside of the most secure room in the Capitol, in the Capitol basement, for depositions that were at the unclassified level, and I believed that the American public should have been able to watch live. You should have been able to watch live. And that if you couldn't watch live, you should have gotten the information right away, because what happened was, strategically, a lot of the information ended up getting cherry-picked out of the depositions. There was selective leaking of substance. That's not really how this should work. And in this particular situation that Adam Schiff said was analogous to a grand jury proceeding, he was the prosecutor, the judge, the jury. At times he was a witness coach, and the leaking was just something that I had an issue with, because I want my constituents, I want the American public to just have all the facts. I don't want them to have 3% of the story, give them 100% of the story.
Are they going to get 100% of the story now that we are engaging in open hearings?
Well, the Republicans do have witnesses that we would like to bring in. Some are not going to be brought in, I'm hearing. As far as the witnesses who do come in, they're all testifying.
3 out of the 9 will now be brought in, but not the whistleblower or Hunter Biden.
Yeah, and also with regards to the whistleblower, it's not just the whistleblower, it's also the people who the whistleblower claims he was relying on with firsthand information. If there's anybody with firsthand information of what you're alleging, rather than bringing in Bill Taylor, for example, this morning, where he's going to be giving a lot of testimony that's second, third, fourth-hand information, in some cases no-hand information, bring in anyone who the whistleblower is claiming has firsthand information who we haven't heard from yet. As far as Hunter Biden and some of these other witnesses go, at the underlying root part of this issue was a request for 2 investigations. One was with regards to Ukrainians interfering with the 2016 election, and the other one is with regards to this Ukrainian energy company, Burisma, which is a corrupt Ukrainian energy company run by a corrupt Ukrainian oligarch with a long history of many different kinds of corruption allegations over the years.
But bottom line, this comes down to abuse of power here. And you even have Representative Eric Swalwell, member of House Intel, saying that these depositions, for the most part, they all corroborated with each other, each one of these individuals. So do you not feel that due process is happening here?
Well, due process isn't happening. For example, when you're in the deposition with Fiona Hill and you're asking a question that the president's counsel would be asserting executive privilege on, if Fiona Hill doesn't know or doesn't care with regards to whether or not to exert executive privilege, it's ultimately Adam Schiff who is ruling in his own favor every single time whenever there's an objection.
But we are talking about former and present White House officials that are corroborating each other, that there was a pressure campaign and an abuse of power that took place with the president telling Zelensky, no military aid until I get some investigations, till I get some dirt on my political rival.
My response to your last question was because you referenced the words due process. That's why I was responding to that. As far as the substance goes, we've had new words basically every day. I've heard quid pro quo for a while, then they were using extortion this past Sunday, then I heard the word bribery, now today we're hearing the words abuse of power, different moving goalposts, shiny objects. But what's important to note, as far as what you just stated, is that President Zelensky said he felt no pressure, that there was no quid pro quo. He had stated that now on multiple occasions. On July 25th, President Zelensky doesn't know that there's a hold on aid. The readouts from both the United States side and Ukrainian side after that July 25th call, no reference to a quid pro quo or a hold on aid. July 26th, President Zelensky meets with Ambassadors Volker and Sondland, and there's no reference to quid pro quo or hold on aid. And in the weeks that followed, they made no reference either. So it was the end of August that Ukraine learns that there is a hold on aid, and then shortly thereafter the aid gets released. And guess what Ukraine had to do in order to get that hold lifted? Absolutely nothing. So let's get all of the facts out there, not just cherry picking out the facts that best support that allegation, that word of the day, or those words of the day to try to take down a sitting president. Let's get the full story out.
Representative Lee Zeldin, appreciate your time today.
Thank you for yours.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.